Congratulations on being admitted to Virginia Tech's Corps of Cadets class of 2015. We're really hoping that you're going to choose to accept the offer Virginia Tech made and choose to come here. I wanted to answer some questions you might have at this point in your process. One thing I know a lot of students are thinking about is, wow, I got in, oh, now I got to pay for it, and how am I going to do that? Well, one way that might assist you is the Emerging Leader Scholarship. Our alumni offer a scholarship to students that commit early to Virginia Tech. Now, you have until May 1st to accept Virginia Tech's offer, and to do that, you mail in that $400 matriculation fee, or you do it online, or however else Virginia Tech gives you as an offer to do that. However, if you are one of the first 100 in-state or first 100 out-of-state students to do this, you will receive the Emerging Leader Scholarship. That means that we're probably going to run out of the Emerging Leader Scholarship here for out-of-state students probably by the first week in probably second or third week here in March, and definitely probably by the second or third week in April for in-state students. So it pays to make your decision a little bit earlier as far as our alumni are concerned. They want to see that commitment, and the scholarship pays $8,000 per year, or $8,000 total, $2,000 per year, $1,000 per semester for in-state students. It pays $12,000 total, or $3,000 per year, or $1,500 per semester for an out-of-state student. If you have an ROTC scholarship, you're not precluded from earning a Emerging Leader Scholarship as well. Also, if you're a civilian track student, it can't hurt to have a little extra money to help pay for school. This is the only time you can compete for this scholarship, and it is our primary scholarship in the Corps of Cadets. So if you really want to get in on this, it's going to pay to make your decision soon. If you're really having trouble making that decision and you want a few more opportunities to come and see us, you can always come see us. I host a 10 a.m. information session Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock here in 143 Brody Hall. It was Building 5 on the campus map. I'd love to talk to you and your parents and help tell you a little bit more about the program and questions that you might have. If you're looking for a little more in-depth feel for the place, we have close to 100% retention rate with students who come and do our Spend the Night program. Once the students come back from spring break next week, they're going to be gone all next week, but when they come back the following Monday, which is March 14th, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday, we'll be offering our Spend the Night program. You sign up online, you arrive by 2 o'clock here at Brody Hall, and you're done by 8 a.m. the next morning. There's lots of other things you can do on campus that frees you up some time to go over to talk to the ROTC programs in person, to see the admissions information sessions, to go on a walking tour of campus. We're going to give you a tour of our museum, give you a walking tour of Upper Campus, plus you get a chance to stay overnight with the cadets, and without a recruiting officer there, get a chance to really talk to them and find out what you think about our program and see if it feels like this is a good fit for you. I highly recommend that program if you can, and we don't set any limits on any of the dates, so as long as you one of those dates works for you, we'd love to have you, so please sign up on our website if you'd like to do that. If you're a little worried about that's a little too much commitment to do the Spend the Night program, the university will also be hosting a Hokie Focus where they invite all students who have been accepted to Virginia Tech back to campus to get that one last look and say, hey, is this place really for me? That'll be offered Saturday, April 9th, or Sunday, April 10th. It's not as in-depth. We're not going to have as much time to really give you the cadet feel for life, but it is a good way if you've absolutely never been to campus to get your feet wet and finding out a little bit more about Virginia Tech. The university will host all of their walking tours. Each of the colleges will host their information sessions, as will the Corps. With each of the ROTCs, we'll have our own session, and all of us will talk to you. So probably my preference is I hope you try Spend the Night, because that's definitely the best way, and if we're one of your schools you've been admitted to, hopefully we're on your short list, and trust me, it's going to be worth your time if you can at all make it to get down here and check us out in person. If not, then obviously I hope you attend Hokie Focus, or come see me at 10 a.m. because then I can maybe talk to you a little bit more in depth and maybe connect you with a cadet or two. So hopefully those will give you some more opportunities to get the feel and feel that you've got the right fit so you can make that commitment to Virginia Tech. But like I said, the timeline's coming up. You're going to need to be able to do that here shortly. And those Emerging Leader Scholarships every Friday I get an update on how many we have awarded, and I will continue to try to do these videos so that you can check back and see how many scholarships we have remaining. Obviously, early decisions are already taken care of, and they have some of those scholarships, but there are still plenty, and I do believe we're not going to run out of state until probably the second or last week in March, somewhere in between there, and first to second week in April for in-state. So just keep that in mind. But every Friday we'll have that. If you want to send me an email, please don't call. It gets a little overwhelming. But if you can send me an email, I'll let you know if you're on the list. As soon as we hit 100 on each list, 100 in-state, 100 out-of-state, I will be sending those students a package that will have a form that they need to sign and return. It basically says you're going to maintain a 2.5 GPA, stay out of trouble, keep your nose clean, not file the FAFSA every year, no later than March 1st, and get your pass your physical fitness test for the core no later than the first day of your junior year. So those are 4 things you're just going to sign and say, yes, I agree to accept the scholarship. You send that back to me, and we consider that scholarship yours from there on. It'll probably show up on your first bill. Well, your bill that you receive in July, so they may bill you a little earlier, but if not, by the mid-July billing, you should be able to see the Emerging Leader Scholarship as a credit on your bill. So something to think about. We also have a Heidi Tidy Scholarship that I'll also send you an opportunity to do. If you want to join our band, freshman year is the year to do it, and very tight-knit. It's not going to be nearly the commitment that you probably had if you were in band in high school. And if you play an instrument and you enjoy it, that is a great way to continue playing your instrument in college with a bunch of people that also enjoy playing their instruments. And it's part of the core. It's not something you do usually on top of the core. There's a few things they do extra, like they've got a really cool parade coming up where they're going to go to the parade in Savannah for St. Patrick's Day. They're all really looking forward to that. We've done the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We've done the Cherry Blossom Festival, presidential inaugurals. There's all kinds of parades. We try to limit it, though, to basically 1 per semester at most, so that students aren't getting pulled away from schoolwork too much. But it's still a really good time. It's a great way to participate in the core as an instrument and keep playing your instrument. So please consider that. We pay a $1,000 stipend for your freshman year to all students who choose to join the band. So again, you get paid for having learned an instrument. What a great way to spend your college career. So there's some options for you, and again, those will go out once I have a more complete list. We still have 1 more notification going out on the 18th of March. The last portion of the class will find out whether or not they've been admitted. And so if all else fails, if you're trying to get in for the Emerging Leader Scholarship, keep in mind the March 18th notification date, because by then we're really going to get a big swamp of folks turning in their matriculation fees, and that means that those are going to probably fill up completely for out-of-state very, very quickly thereafter, and in-state not very long after that. So keep that date in mind when you're trying to think about your commitment dates. Also, what comes next? You're going to have paperwork that you need to do. We need you to sign up for orientation. If you decide to come to Virginia Tech, you sign up, you get your PID. Virginia Tech gave you some information on how to do that. Once you've done that, then you need to sign up for orientation. It's a 2-day session in July. It's based on your major. Right now you're at a real advantage because a lot of the other students haven't found out whether or not they're admitted until that March 18th date. So if you want to get on there and sign up, you'll probably have a little more availability of all the dates. So highly recommend that. The core will have everything we do going every single day, so it doesn't matter what session you sign up for. We're going to be there helping you out. Now there's some things that you do need to do when you get here. For orientation, we'll have a resource fair where you can come up, talk to some cadets. We'll have your ROTC may have a session that you need to attend to talk to you about your ROTC specific information, specifically Navy. The others will probably wait until you go up and sign your paperwork on the second day. We'll have the general's presentation, maybe an admiral by then, I'm not sure. But our new commandant will be talking to you during the first day. So we'll have a time, probably 3:30, 4:30, you'll be talking to, have a session with the general, and we'll start talking to you about getting ready to be here. Day 2, go sign up for classes. Really important you get your classes and you get your class schedule set. Really important you get your passport, Hokie passport, all things you need to do day 2. And then we're going to get you fitted for your uniforms, probably between 10 and 2. So come on up, get fitted for your uniforms, finish any paperwork that we're missing, and then that pretty much ends orientation, but it's a great way to get around, make some friends on the other side of campus as well. And then report date for us is August 14th. August 13th this year. August 13th, between 8 a.m. and noon, I'll probably ask folks to sign up for a time to arrive on a 90-minute interval because we have some construction kind of blocking our parking area. So we're going to have to be a little bit more creative about everybody showing up and getting moved in, and we want to make it as easy as possible. So we'll probably ask you to sign up for a 90-minute time frame to show up between 8 a.m. and noon for that. And you can sign up for that during our orientation session in July. But you'll come in, you'll check in, we'll get started. Your parents, if they're trying to plan for the hotels, which it's not a bad idea right now to be thinking about planning for hotels, that first weekend is not too bad on August 13th. The rest of the university hasn't moved in yet. Most hotels are still available. International students are really the only other ones moving in during then. But if you're trying to plan for it, we're going to have a parents briefing probably around 3:30. So you'll start moving in sometime between 8 a.m. and noon on Saturday. We'll have a parents briefing starting at 3:30. About 4:45, they'll come up. They're going to see your first evening formation. That'll end about 5. Then they're free to leave, and you're going to go on to dinner. So hopefully, and you'll get New Cadet Week started at that point. Now you're going to go through New Cadet Week, and then the following Saturday, after not really talking to your parents much for that week, they're going to come back, they dropped you off, you got your hair, you're wearing your civilian clothes. They're going to come back about a week later, and the first time they're going to see you, you got your haircut, or ladies, you're wearing your hair up, you're wearing your uniform, marching probably with your buds down on the drill field. It's a pretty amazing moment. At the end of that New Cadet Parade, we're going to fire the cannon, and the parade will be over, and then you are turned loose to your parents for about 30 hours where you can stay overnight with them at a hotel, get some sleep, tell some good stories before you do back for Sunday night at 6 p.m. for our study hours. Now, if parents are trying to plan for that second weekend, which is a little more difficult because that is when the university is moving in, you've got a great head start right now for getting those hotels reserved. Basically, they're yours from basically 11 a.m. on Saturday, August 22nd. Or excuse me, let me make sure. On August 20th, until Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. on August 21st. School starts the next morning, August 22nd. So if you're planning for that, if you don't have a huge drive, you could probably head back up to Northern Virginia over those 4 hours after you drop them off at 6. But if you don't want to drive that late, you might want to go ahead and make that Sunday night hotel arrangement. All right, some other hotel arrangement dates that you might want to think about is our family day is October 15th this year. So if you want to go ahead and get a real jump on everyone, you can go ahead and make your October 15th hotel arrangements. Students, you're going to have at least 2 leaves per semester, so you'll be able to go outside of 50 miles of campus at least twice, and that doesn't include the breaks that the university already gives you, which is October break, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So just look at an opportunity about every month to get home. September's probably the month where we're busiest with all our home football games. But other than that, each month you can probably get home during your first semester, your busiest semester, and probably the most restrictive in terms of leave that you can take. So some things to plan for there. I hope I've answered a lot of your questions. I'll try to keep doing this as I get phone calls. I'll try to keep track of what kind of questions folks are asking me and get it out on video so that all of you can get that information. And but we sincerely hope you decide to come to Virginia Tech. We hope you turn in that matriculation fee and decide to be a part of our class. And if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call. We have a toll-free number. It's 888-BT-CORE, VTCORPS. Or you can call me on my direct line, 540-231-6858. Or you can send me an email, of course, at coreofcadets@vt.edu. And that's core, C-O-R-P-S, O-F-C-A-D-E-T-S @vt.edu. All right, congratulations, and I hope we're welcoming you to the class of 2015 this August 13th.